In this video, we just part 7 how to create a hover crosshair label in chart.js. What we're going to do is we're going to align these items here. So the reason why this happened is basically a misalignment because of two different calculations. One calculated the date, and then it will just calculate the date and set it on midnight. And the other one is like whatever is nearest. And you can see here it understands that when we're passing halfway, it is nearer to or closer to this point than to the other one. So what we're going to do is we're going to align them nicely. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for the before the data set draw. And basically in here, we had all of this calculation. What I need is the hover index here, because we could easily do something I didn't realize it at the time. What we're going to do is basically this. I'm going to show you. We're going to do a console log. And we have this here. If I do this, refresh, hover, you can see here we get the data point. So now what I can do is if I just grab now the X value, and basically I want to grab this string value of date. So what I'm going to say here, data.data sets index 0, then data index the hover date. If I do this, save, refresh, then if I hover around here, there you can see we get the date in a string value, or more specifically I need to say .x to get the specific date in string value. As you can see, it's a string value because else it would be blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of this and basically change the item here. Because if I would say, well, let me just show you the following. I'm going to copy this, put it in here, so you have an understanding of that. If I remove this, it will just grab the nearest date in my local area. So if I save this now, you will see here, oh, alright, of course, I need to make sure that this is a console log, save, refresh. As you can see here, it will get, but it get the GTM plus 8, because I am in a different time zone. GMT, sorry, Greenwich Mean Time add, plus 8, because I'm in a different time zone. So that would mean I need to make sure that I reset it into 0, because if I don't do this, let me just show you, we're slightly off, as you can see. So I need, because this is at like 8 p.m. So it is correct, but it's not what I want. So what I'm going to do here is going to grab this, set hours, and set the hours back to 0 at midnight. And then by doing that, you can save this, refresh, and there we are. Now they're nicely aligned. And then although I'm looking at it, you can see that this lower one here is off as well. So what I will do is, just to make it very simple, nearest date, I'm wondering if we even need this now, because we're not using it anywhere else. That's interesting. So I'm going to just comment this out to see if that will give me any kind of errors. No. So we can just clean up here. And then we can just say your nearest date here. This will be the date. I guess we just maintain that. There we are. You can copy this. And most likely, if I go down here, nearest date, we have this nearest date here. What happened if I say nearest date like that? Space that in there. And as you can see here, it's nicely aligned. So this works absolutely well. And there you are. You can see it will work here as well. Let me just show you just to be sure, because it's overlapping each other. So if I say here 25, there you are. Goes up. Oh, of course, it will just be on top of each other. So that's one of them. Another item that I do want to fix is the bottom here. Look at this. Right now, we might want to have like this here. This item here, the bar here, but what about down here? To be honest, I'm not satisfied with down because it clips off specifically certain items. And what I want to do is make sure that when we hover here, the item here, let's see, that's somehow tough. Alright, that's interesting. We'll have to see on that one. But what I want to do is make sure that this here will at least show us the complete date. So that will be the next video.